Hello there. I'd like to share a story with you, and the topic of my story is about the heart. The story I'd like to share is about a man by the name of David. This man later became king of all of Israel, and he had control of all those people of Israel. But one day, as he was walking in his home, he was looking out over his kingdom, and he noticed this woman over there. And she really got his attention. He began to lust as he looked at her. And so the king sent one of his servants to go to that woman's home and bring her into the presence of the king. And so he talked with her, met her, and actually committed adultery with that woman. But God saw what had happened. God was not pleased at all with what David had done. He was so grieved in his heart. So God spoke to a prophet by the name of Nathan, and he let Nathan know what had happened. So one day Nathan approached the king and said, "King, I'd like to tell you a story about a farmer, a very rich farmer who has a whole fold of sheep. But that rich man, with all his sheep, saw another farmer with only one lonely sheep, and he took that sheep away from him. Now, king, what would you think of a man who would do such a thing?" Well, the king got all upset and said, "That man ought to die." Well, the prophet, Nathan, he said, "You are guilty the same." King David realized that God got his attention, knew all about his sin, and he realized, I had done wrong. I had sinned against God. The verse in Psalm chapter 139, verse 23 and 24 says, "Search me, O God. You know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." Wow, God did get David's attention. And when he did, he bowed before God in humility and asked God to forgive him of all of that. It was like he opened his heart up to God and said, "God, get rid of all that stuff that I have done wrong. I repent. I'm sorry." You know, that story applies to us today because we go away from God. We need to also open our hearts. We need to tell God, "God, I'm sorry. Keep searching my heart, and whatever wicked thing you find, please, I'm willing to repent because I want that wonderful relationship with you." You know, even I myself am not perfect. I do wrong things. Every day I ask God to look into my heart and show me if there's anything not right, because what's important with me and you should be a relationship with God. Wow, you can have that as well.